Hey friends, welcome back to Grand Adventure. I'm your host, Mark Guido, and welcome to beautiful Torrey, Utah, right outside of Capitol Reef National Park. We're going to do some fine boondocking on BLM land this episode and bring you out across the national park to explore some of the beautiful sights and unique scenery around there, so stay tuned. This episode of Grand Adventure is sponsored by the Dyrt Pro. Find the campsite that's right for you from over 44,000 listings, either on the web or on their #1 ranked mobile app. Try all of the Pro features free for 90 days by using the promo code GrandAdventure90. So we're boondocking on BLM land on Beas Lewis Flat. We're only about a mile or two east of the town of Torrey, and we're about 3 miles west of the boundary of Capitol Reef National Park. This is your typical 14-day stay BLM area. Right when you first enter Beas Lewis Flat Road, it is a zoo. There are people practically on top of each other. I swear it looks like an RV park. But we're 1.4 miles back in, and along with our friends, we've got this place to ourselves. We're here, this is our last week traveling with Ed, Ann, and Jackie from Homie at Large, another YouTube channel. If you haven't seen them yet, we'll put a link right here on the screen so you can go check them out. And we've been joined by Ben and Christina from the McMillan Express. We'll show you around camp a little bit first. Located in south central Utah, in the heart of Red Rock country, Capitol Reef National Park is a hidden treasure. filled with cliffs, canyons, domes, and bridges in the Waterpocket Fold, a geologic monocline that the National Park Service calls a wrinkle on the earth that extends for almost 100 miles. Many would consider the 200-acre Fruita Historic District to be the heart of Capitol Reef National Park. For thousands of years, people have called this verdant valley home, thanks to the sustaining perennial waters of the Fremont River. Here, frontier families arrived in the 1800s and planted orchards that provided bountiful cherries, peaches, and apples to supplement the dairy cows, hogs, sheep, chickens, and ducks that they raised. Park visitors today may pick ripe fruit in season free of charge. No more than 10 families lived in Fruita at any one time, and the last resident moved away in 1969. The Fruita Schoolhouse, sometimes called the Fruita Grade School, was used by the Fruita community from 1896 to 1941. The first teacher, Nettie Bahunin, was just 12 years old. Tabitha Jane and Elijah Cutler Bahunin were two of the early settlers to file a homestead claim around the Fremont River and Sulphur Creek. Elijah and his family of 15 built this small sandstone cabin near the Fremont River in 1883, but only lived in it for about a year. The crops they planted were washed out by flash floods, and the cabin was only large enough for the couple and their youngest children. The older boys slept in a sandstone alcove, while the older girls slept in a covered wagon box. Adjacent to the Fremont River and surrounded by the historic orchards, the park's Fruita Campground has 71 fully reservable dry campsites. There is an RV dump and potable water fill station near the entrance. Restrooms feature running water and flush toilets, but no showers. The nightly camping fee is $20, or $10 for senior pass or access pass holders. Today, Ed and I are exploring the park's Scenic Drive, a 7.9-mile paved road to enjoy the scenic splendor of the Waterpocket Fold. The Hickman Bridge Trail is arguably Capitol Reef National Park's most popular hike. The trailhead remained busy throughout our entire week visiting the park, so Ed and I decided to tackle it on this midweek afternoon. 1 mile each way up a moderate grade, with a small loop at the end, this trail gains access to the grand 133-foot span of Hickman Natural Bridge. Due to its nearly 60-mile length, I reserved driving the park's Cathedral Valley Loop road for Saturday. Most folks take the drive in a clockwise direction, as we're doing, starting with a ford of the Fremont River, and visitors should allow a good 6 hours to complete the loop. While four-wheel drive isn't necessary, a high-clearance vehicle is a must, and the Park Service cautions that if you have problems, help may not arrive for hours or even days, depending on the time of year. I'm accompanied today by my Texan friend Don of the YouTube channel Cowboy Biker Adventures. I'll put a link right here on the screen so you can go check out Don's channel. We stumbled unexpectedly upon this abandoned wooden drill rig at the site of its final well drill. It's fascinating to see that this well is still functioning and has created a lush man-made oasis in the middle of this barren desert. The Bentonite Hills lining the road to Cathedral Valley appear as softly contoured banded hills in varying hues of brown, red, purple, gray, and green. They are composed of the brushy basin shale member of the Morrison Formation, formed during Jurassic times when mud, silt, fine sand, and volcanic ash were deposited in swamps and lakes. South Desert is a narrow 20-mile-long valley that runs parallel to the Waterpocket Fold monocline. Jailhouse Rock, composed of Entrada sandstone, rises 500 feet above the valley floor. Cathedral Valley offers exquisite views of sculptured sandstone monoliths. Deposited 160 million years ago in the Jurassic period, this fine-grained Entrada sandstone formed by the deposition of sand and silt in tidal flats. Don and I are stopping by the Gypsum Sinkhole, where groundwater is dissolving a buried gypsum plug beneath overlying rock layers that have collapsed to create a sinkhole nearly 50 feet in diameter and 200 feet deep. One of the more unique sights we'll see today, Glass Mountain, is a large exposed mound of glassy selenite crystals, a variety of gypsum. Glass Mountain formed as a result of groundwater flowing through the Entrada sandstone carrying dissolved gypsum, which started to crystallize, forming what has been called a gypsum plug. This plug is now being exposed as the soft Entrada sandstone erodes away around it. Nearby Glass Mountain, the Temple of the Sun and the Temple of the Moon are two final Entrada sandstone monoliths that will conclude our tour around the Cathedral Valley Loop. Something we love about our sponsor, the Dyrt Pro, are the discounts offered on both campsites and camping gear. Pro members earn up to 40% off their first night and 10% off subsequent nights at campgrounds all across the U.S. Pro members also receive substantial discounts on camping gear from their favorite brands. A one-year membership to the Dyrt Pro normally costs $35.99, but our Grand Adventurers get to try all the Pro features, including trip routing, offline searching, public land map layers, and more, free for 90 days, just by using the promo code GrandAdventure90. We'll link to our special offer in the video description down below, so try it out now for free. So we truly hope that you've enjoyed visiting Capitol Reef National Park with us. If you like this episode, it's extremely important to us that you give us a big thumbs up down below. Now, while you're down below, that's where you'll find the comments section, and we'd love to hear from you after each episode of Grand Adventure that we air every Wednesday evening. Therefore, if you are not yet a Grand Adventurer, this is the perfect time to go smash that little red subscribe button and ring that notification bell to be sure that you come along on each and every Grand Adventure. And coming up next, we're going to be heading for southwestern Colorado. And we would be honored if you share the channel with your friends, family, and on social media. So until next week, please remember, life is nothing but a grand adventure. We'll see you then.